Filing your 1099 doesn't have to be complicated or expensive, and it can take just a few minutes. You don't have to have an accountant do it. You don't have to go to the IRS directly. I'm going to show you how to not waste your time. But before we get into that, my name is Marsha Rhodes. I am the trucker's accountant, and I help transportation companies and small business owners pay the least amount of money in taxes and stay compliant. This video is going to be sponsored by Tax 1099. It is an IRS authorized e-file provider that helps business owners file their 1099s quick and easy and also stay compliant. If you would like to try 1099 for yourself, there is a link in the description or down below where you can use my discount code of Truckers15 to receive a 15% off discount. Now, this platform is an easy platform. It is user-friendly, and I want to show you in just a second what it looks like. We'll walk through it, but before we get into that, I need to tell you exactly what a 1099 is and when should you be using it. So the Form Tax 1099 NEC is used to report any payments made to non-employees, which means that this could be a freelancer, a vendor, a contractor, anyone that you've paid more than $600 to throughout the year. If you are a small business owner and you've paid someone that is not on your payroll, chances are that person needs a 1099 NEC so that they can properly file their taxes. Now, starting in 2026, the threshold will go from $600 a year to $2,000 a year. So that's just something that you need to know. And remember, the process will be the same, but there is a different threshold. Now let's hop into who needs to file the 1099 and are there any exemptions? If you have paid someone if you've paid someone directly with cash, check, or bank transfers, this form is required, okay? But if you've paid through a third-party processor like Stripe, a credit card, or PayPal, typically those third parties will issue the 1099 separately to the recipient, so you don't have to worry about that. Payments that have been made to businesses that are registered like a S Corp or C Corporation, they also usually don't typically need to do the 1099 NEC because you guys, they keep track of their bank records, so they'll have all of that. You guys will have all of that already. Now, before we get into the demo and I show you exactly how to do it, let's pull up 1099 form so that you can actually see it. So this is what you're going to need before you get started. It's nothing too crazy, really basic. The 1099 form is here. And so what you're going to need to have for that 1099 form, you're going to need your personal information or your business. If you are an individual, instead of a business, you'll need your name, your address, your social security number, and your phone number. And this, honestly, email address is important too. If you are a business, you're going to use your business name, your business address, email, phone number. The same thing is going to be, you're still going to also get that for the recipient's information. The recipient information will be, whether it is a business or an individual, it will be the same as we just mentioned before. Once you have all of that information in here, once you have all of the information in, you're going to then put in your payment details. Payment details of whether how much you paid them. And then once you paid them, was there any taxes withheld? So we'll hop just into that in just a second. Let's hop on. All right, guys. So let's hop into Tax 1099. The first thing I want you to do is go to Tax 1099 and click sign up. And sign in. You're going to enter in your password and your email address. This account is completely free and it does not charge until you actually create your first form and submit it. I am actually going to log into my account. I have one already. So let's see. Once you log in, you have your dashboard and you're going to go to forms on the left-hand side and you're going to create a new form. Now, you want to go to taxes. Your tax year is going to be 2025, and you're going to submit and click the 1099 NEC form. So let's get this thing filled out. The first thing you're going to do is put in your information. You are the person that's paying out.
If you are an individual, you are going to enter in your name, your social security number, your phone number, your email address. If you are a business, you're going to enter in your business name, EIN number, and address. Once that information is added, it will save for the future, so you don't have to worry about that. Then we're going to go down and add in the recipient's information. So same thing as above, we're going to put in as an individual. We'll put in, if it's already added, the drop down box, we're going to put in that individual's name, and then if it's already added, that business name. If you don't already have the information for your contractor on the W-9 form on file already, you can also request it right here directly in 1099. You're going to go to recipient, manage your recipient, and from there you just select whichever recipient that you paid, request that W-9 form right here, and it's going to get that requested for you. Let's hop back into that form that we were doing. You see it's already populated. I've entered in the personal's information, and now this is the recipient information that's being paid out. So let's just say we paid our recipient $2,500. Let's enter in what that payment information looks like. You're going to go to the non-employee compensation, and this is where you paid them out $2,500 for the year. For contractors, you typically don't pay federal taxes or state taxes for them up front, so that's going to be $0. And then for the state, it's automatically going to populate this information for you. For the state ID, name, and state income, the system will automatically populate that for you if the state is required. Let's continue on to, we're going to save and review what this pay looks like and getting it submitted to pay out. Now let's see what we're going to actually select 2 of our 1099s and get the payment details. And once you do that, you go down to submit the payers so that you can get a calculation of how much the forms will cost you. So this is how much the forms will cost. Now, before we do that, let's go back to, we know how much the forms cost. We're going to then go back to actually how are we going to deliver the forms and what options you have for that. So let's go ahead and go back really quick. So when you go to deliver your form, you have the USPS option, which is the mail, and then you also have the e-delivery. Remember, we talked about having an email address for your recipients. If you have the email address, you're able to deliver it quick and fast. Okay, from there, you are going to also click the 10 match. This is so that you don't have any errors. If the IRS catches any errors, it's likely that they will not, because you click this button and you make sure that everything matches up for it. So make sure you are checking those boxes to make sure that everything matches up. Okay, once everything looks good, you're going to click submit. Okay, you are ready to go and you are good. If you're looking for a platform to file this, you can see this was easy, simple, fast. Tax 1099 is the place to go. If there is a link for the description below. Remember that there is a deadline for your 1099s to be filed for your contractors, which is January 31st every single year. If there is a holiday or a weekend that it falls on, the due date moves to the next business day. For the tax season 2025, which is what we're in, the due date is February 2nd, 2026. I don't even want to tell you that. Keep January 31st in your mind. Get those 1099s out. And as always, if you need this platform to get your 1099s done, click the link in the description below. Don't forget to use the Truckers 15 code to get that 15% off. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video, and make sure that you are getting everything out before those tax deadlines so you do not pay too much in taxes. And as always, I'm the Truckers Accountant, Maisha Rhodes, helping you to pay the least amount of money in taxes and understand what your numbers are saying. See you next time. Bye.